And welcome back to another video where I review your mobile detailing setups. I have a few other submissions here that we'll go over, and again, if you want me to review your setup or even your shop, if you want me to do that, then you can send me an email to oscar@detailgroove.co and I will queue it up. So let's go ahead and get started with this first mobile setup, which is actually a trailer hooked up to a truck. So let's see what we got here. We got a bunch of cabinets. I can tell big old generator in the back, which is kind of weird. I don't know if he like brings it out or like does he not have to? I don't know. Can you just turn it on there in the back of the? Like, I get it because it's a trailer. No one's in there, right? I guess you don't have to be as, as cautious with the fumes. But nonetheless, like, do you just keep it back there? I don't know. Unless there's an exhaust on the end of the trailer that actually has an opening out towards the outside. That would also work. I could kind of see that. Or thing with you. So I'm sorry. Let's keep on going. We got a trash can with a bunch of Adams Polishes stickers here on the right hand side. I can only imagine that you have a lot of Adams Polishes products there because that's a lot of stickers, man. Okay, great cabinets. I think everyone uses the exact same cabinets here as far as like to store stuff, so that's fine here. Okay, yes, correct, Amundo. Yes, there's a lot of Adams Polishes bottles here. Does that really work? Like, would it be easier just to have it like in a container? I would imagine so. This looks very neat though, so I would give them props for that. But I would feel like it's just easier to kind of put it like in a container somewhere, like next to the door, that we could just kind of grab it and go instead of walking in there. But it looks very neat, so props to that. Kudos to that. Dang, see, so this is a 200 PSI air compressor. Now, what I say, again, it depends on the type of detailing that you're doing and the type of work that you're doing. But what I say, this is like a compressor that we have at our shop. Our shop is a 17-gallon air compressor, and I think this one's probably even bigger than that one. So is that one probably a little overkill? I would probably say so, but again, you got the trailer, you got the space, so you might as well do what you can. But I would probably say that's a little overkill for mobile detailing, but if it works, it works. Now if we look here, again with the, as I mentioned in the last video though, although it looks neat, and I'm sure those are all Adams products, but like, is it really necessary to have all those, right? Again, it comes down to like, once you're actually working, you're only actually using a few products that are actually going to go through the usage, right? Of all the products that you use, it's only one or two of them that actually get used frequently, to where you actually have to refill them on a daily basis. Let's see what we got here. We got the Bizzle Spot Clean. Okay, for the little shampoo machine. Okay, got a bunch of pump sprays. You see all those Merrilex pump sprays are definitely one of my favorite ones. So that's cool. And you have a lot of it. 1, 2, 3. Is that 3 or 4? So far I see 3. I'm a big fan of pump sprayers, and I'm a bigger fan of Merrilex pump sprayers as well. That's neat. More Adams polishes. Okay, you are a big fan of Adams polishes then. Yeah. So. And then we have a canopy right here. That's great for the hot days. Okay, bunch of towels. Again, bungee cords are always gonna save you. We have a bunch of them in our van, kind of holding things down, or like this, where you make sure it's not gonna let a door slide out or a shelf slide out. So yeah, bungee cord. Make sure you have plenty of those on hand. There you go. Fire hose. Yeah, fire hose auto detail. Nice labeling, better branding than we do, because we don't have any. We have no logos, no branding, no website, no phone number, no nothing on our van. Whoa, that's a big water tank. Yeah. So what is that? That's 100. That has to be more than 100 gallons. That has to be like 150, 200, 250. I could be wrong. I don't know. But that's a pretty big water tank. Again, is that absolutely necessary? I mean, you can have a tank that big and never fill it up past 100 gallons, right? And when you need to have it completely full, it's probably gonna last you quite a while. But like if I had this exact same trailer, would I get that big of a water tank? No, of course not. And then I would actually try to get like as far as size goes, right? Because you have a big generator, a big compressor, a big water tank, but you have a baby little shampooer there. Again, it depends if you're doing interiors, if you're not really doing interiors and you're doing a lot of work that requires the water tank, that makes sense. But I would try to also like get like a bigger sized extractor, since everything else is big in your trailer. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, so this is, I mean, I don't know what hose that is, but again, that's a vacuum hose. We absolutely, it makes a world of difference to have everything on hoses. So absolutely a necessity with your mobile setup. And then here we have a rigid, 16 gallon. On that one, yeah, on that one, so you gotta pay attention to the specs, because some of the vacuums, although bigger, doesn't necessarily mean it's stronger. It just means it's a bigger capacity. But it's gonna depend on the specific unit. So always check the details. The rigid that we were using, it was a 4 gallon. It was a 4 gallon. It was a rigid 4 gallon one. But now we moved over to a Johnny vac. That's a big vacuum. Again, like that's how, like you have a lot of big equipment, which is good, but it's like that's a lot of big equipment. Okay, then we had if we see right there, we had the pressure washer hose. That looks like a 75, 100 footer, I believe. That's not a 50 footer for sure, because that's a lot of entanglement. Or that's, you can tell it's really thick. So I'm gonna say it's like a 75 to 100 foot pressure washer hose. For us, we've never had an issue with 50 feet. Ours is 50 feet. There's been a few times where we really have to like kind of stretch some things out, but we've always had enough room with 50 feet. So I can only imagine if you have 75, 100 feet, you should probably never have a problem, depending on like the type of work that you do, of course. And here's the big old water tank setup. Oh, okay. One of those as well. And again, yep, same thing. We have your electrical reel, which is absolutely necessary. It's just easier to just pull it out and walk out versus like having to untangle a cord. This is a I don't know much about pressure washers. I know Cranzo is a good product, a good brand. I don't know if this is like that big dog, like $1,100 Cranzo pressure washer. I don't know. I don't put too much focus on pressure washers. It looks neat though. It takes a very little space, so that's cool. That's a very compact design there. Oh, I got it. I was like, so for us again, we have the same thing here. He has a water tank, has a pressure washer, has a generator, but you never know what's gonna happen out in the field. So he has like a 50 foot garden hose. Same thing with us. We have a 50 foot retractable garden hose from Target, and there is the retractable or the air hose line. It is, I don't know, I think that's like I don't know, maybe 50 feet, maybe 75 feet. I'm gonna say 75 feet just because like all the other hoses look much longer than 50. So I'm gonna say like 75 feet, but ours is 50 as well. But again, they come in handy all the time. That was the first submission that we had. Overall, it's a great setup. So on the next one that we'll see here, we'll give you a different perspective of everything again. So this is a great truck setup, a great trailer. It has everything, there's pros and cons. But guess what? We're gonna have a lot of the same things here, just in a smaller fashion on the next setup. So it's not always just about, you know, get the biggest van, get the biggest whatever, right? So this here is a Honda Accord, Honda whatever. Look at this setup here. You have a DeWalt, I'm assuming it's a 50 foot hose, and a, I don't know, 50 foot hose on a vacuum and a pressure washer in the back of a Honda Coupe Accord. I don't know what Honda is, a Honda Accord I think it is. Is there anything else that you need, that someone needs to tell you that like, hey, I'm starting at a Corolla, I don't have enough space? Like, this man has a pressure washer, an air compressor, and a vacuum hose. Well, yes, he has all that in the back of his trunk. How wild is that? You know, how wild? So let me go to the next photo here. It looks a little clumpy. So here's another photo of the vacuum hose. Now I know with this one, that he even has the vacuum on a remote start and stop, meaning if he's in the van and he's using the vacuum and he needs to turn the vacuum off, then he can just press he has his key fob or has a button that he presses and it'll turn off the vacuum. That way he doesn't have to go back to the car to turn it on. And again, is this the most, you know, professional decked out van that there is? No, but look at this. He was able to fit a 50 foot vacuum hose, a 50 foot air compressor hose, an air compressor, a pressure washer, like, you know, so that's what's like, you get creative, you work with what you have, and this is by far 20 times better than what I had in my HHR panel. So this is a fantastic build because it's the resourcefulness, you know. So here's another photo. Okay, there we go. He actually has a 50 foot. I'm assuming it's 50 foot. I don't know, but he has a air compressor, pressure washer hose as well. I mean, what more can you know? This is getting it done. This is just saying, like, I'm working with what I have, and I'm gonna make it work. I'm pretty sure it's cumbersome to run this setup. I'm pretty sure it's a little annoying to like roll everything up or to, you know, clean everything out. But like, it's there. Is that two foam guns? No, it's one foam gun. It's one tornado cleaning gun with the whatever that's called. There is a cleaner right here, air compressor attachments. Yeah, so this is a full setup. This is what you'll see like in a, you know, like in the trailer, in a truck, or in a van. Let's see here. So we have some more pump sprayers. We have, is that a Greenworks pressure washer, or is that what is that? I think that's a steamer. I don't know what that middle section is. I don't know what that. Oh, so the thing in the back is a electrical reel, but I'm pretty sure you bring that out. I don't think that is connected to the. I don't think it's a reel that you can just pull out. You have to take the whole thing out. I could be wrong though. I can't really tell from these photos, but it's. I mean, this is a fantastic setup. So if you're in a vehicle any bigger than this Honda Accord, what excuses do you have? You know, this is a smart cart. What is this? Smart cart. I don't know what that is. Is that a vacuum? It has a hose there. I'm assuming that's the vacuum then. This one I actually don't know. I'm assuming that's the vacuum. Okay, that's the vacuum, and then on top of that you have all your other things. So your other attachments has a cleaning gun, has a crevice tool. Yeah, this is a full setup. Not in your ideal, you know, not in what you think it would fit, but it is definitely there. And yes, of course, with a setup like this, with a smaller setup, things are gonna get cramped. Like this is what it's like. Things are gonna get cramped. So you have your Aqua Pro Vac extractor in the back row with a Aqua Pro steamer. You have your red bucket of either wash solution or cleaning your wheels and tires. You have your interior bucket here. Yeah, again, it's not going to be pretty, and you can't, you know, it is what it is, right? Like, you're not going to have a sedan setup like this and have like a super perfect, you know, like perfectly presentable setup. It's like you're gonna cram things in there. Like that's just the way it is gonna be. You have to cram things in there. So that the same way when I started with my Matrix XRS, it was like you just kind of throw everything in there. And like right now, it's in this most neat form. Once you go to the job site, bring everything down, put everything back in. By the time you get back to your house, everything is just gonna be like in chaos. You have to redo everything again, clean it all up, and then put it in there again for tomorrow's job. Not pretty, not ideal, but it gets the job done. And here's just another shot of the Aqua Pro Vac, Aqua Pro Steamer, and yeah, we use the Aqua Pro Steamer. Well, I've used the Aqua Pro Steamer for years. It works fabulous. Here's just another shot. I think those are not detail buddies, but I've had those brushes before. Is there anything else that I could point out here? No. Yeah, look at that. That's a pretty tight fit. You know, and you can tell even from the front seat has to be pushed forward too, or else the holes will get kinked up. So yeah, this is as good as you can get with this type of setup. Now, if this is just a vacuum, could you drop it down to like a four gallon rigid vacuum, or as I've been saying, 4 gallon, 4 horsepower rigid vacuum? I think that would be possible too. But there's some reason behind this one. It's working for him. And here is a video.
Hey, what's up, Detail Group? Check out my setup. I have a 50-gallon tank.
Okay, here you go. Actually, I haven't seen this video.
On this side, we have access to the tank.
Okay, there's a 50-gallon water tank in there.
I have a custom rack with chemicals.
Oh, okay. I guess this is an updated version because now he has a 50-gallon water tank, a custom rack for chemicals. So this is really cool. See, this is what I mean by being very, very resourceful and creative. You see, we got a PNS sticker, a Rupes sticker, an Adam sticker, Lawless, don't know what that is. Boulevard, is that, I don't know what that is. Solution finish, okay. Reflections after, I don't know what that is. Poly, I don't know what that is. Chemical guys, DNS. Okay, I was just interested in the stickers.
I have some more chemicals here.
Okay, that's cool. That's pretty standard. Any tray that can hold like bottles is gonna work for you.
Some compounds in the back for when I paint correct.
Okay, correct. Again, being resourceful with everything, you're putting everything into every pocket that you can.
Paper for when I restore headlights. Let's come to the back.
Okay, I guess this is 2 different setups then.
I have my pressure washer tucked in the corner.
Is that a Kranzo as well? No, that's Kranzo.
Tips.
Oh, that's a lot of tips. We only ever use one. As far as tips for pressure washers, we only ever use one. Brushes, okay,
I
nice.
have my mighty extractor.
A mighty extractor in the back of the truck. Fantastic.
My wheel bucket. Bunch of brushes. And my pressure washer gun. I actually have a backup as well, right here.
And the backup gun. And the backup gun he had, he said.
I have a steamer tucked in the back. Way back there.
Okay, that's a mechanic 1270. No, that is the I don't know which video is more recent actually, so I wouldn't be able to tell you, but that is the I don't know.
Way back there.
It's not a mechanic though.
I also have a custom real setup, 50-foot hose.
50-foot hose custom setup.
2,000 watt generator.
2,000 watt generator.
Rigid vacuum.
Rigid vacuum.
On this side I have the towels.
Yeah.
All the towels you need, interior, exterior, you name it. A few other chemicals here. Gloves, coatings.
Okay.
Magic erasers. A bunch of other miscellaneous items right there.
Nice.
On this side I have my polishers.
Again, it's one of those things where like if you're going out to a job site or if you're going to work for the day, like you have to bring all polishers if you don't have a polishing job on hand, right?
I have my Nano, DA, I have a rotary down there and a couple other sizes, 3-inch. On this side I have my handy dandy pump sprayer.
Handy dandy, yes sir.
As well as some dirty towels. These are mainly dirty towels.
Okay, so a separate bucket for dirty towels. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
the whole
easy.
setup.
That is not a bad setup. How now? Again, like if you would say, "Hey, I'm giving you a sedan to build up your mobile vehicle," could you do it? 99% of people would say no. Not done.
Central.
Oh, this is out of a Nissan Sentra now. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't pay attention. Is it Nissan Sentra?
Out of a Nissan Sentra.
This is not out of a Nissan Sentra. Okay.
Excuse the mess. I'm actually at a job site right now. I just finished that vehicle right now. Cleaning up, or at least trying to.
Alright, and that's it. That wraps up this video. This one I really enjoyed on the previous one, just because again, it's like, it kind of takes the excuses out of everything. So again, if you want me to review your setup, send me an email to oscar@detailgroove.co with either a link to your video or with your setup. Or if you want, you can send me a DM on Instagram, which is @detailgroove, and I'll kind of send me a link to your YouTube video. Don't send me files through Instagram, just because to save it to Instagram, then to bring it to my laptop and save it, it's just an extra step. So if you just want to send me a link to your YouTube video, I'll also be happy to review that as well. So anyways, leave a comment down below on what you thought of these two setups. What did you kind of take away? What would you kind of recommend? But overall, great video. So give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and check the video description for any of the links that I have for you guys. And I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye-bye.